said that.
You did. We can listen to the recording then. We can listen to the recording.
Okay, yeah, we can listen to it. We'll listen to it, and then we'll see how you're a rat. Okay.
That's fine.
My point is, so 2 definitions you agreed to. The last one, 4 spatial dimensions, right?
Now, I never agreed to that.
Oh my fucking god!
You just contradicted yourself.
You just
fucking contradicted yourself.
I know you can't wrap your head around this.
You're such a fucking rat. No, you're such a fucking rat. You just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself.
This is exactly what I said. I said you agreed to 2 definitions. Then I brought up the one that you didn't. Yeah, and then I brought up the one you didn't agree to. Oh my god, Gymbal. I know you can't wrap your head around it.
What 2? Okay, tell me what 2 other definitions that I agreed to. Okay, you're just committing
more than infinitely beyond 3D and the axis is. It corresponds to your definition.
Not my definition of 4D. No.
It would an extension of a 3D space, another axis. No. Yeah, that correspond. That would correspond, and you also agreed when you brought up the infinite 3D thing.
No, I said it's based on continuum.
No, buddy, no. We're literally going to conclusions, or you're moving on.
No.
You're okay. You're refusing. You're refusing to moving on. Okay, that's worse in your favor.
But I want to still argue this point.
You're literally using circular reasoning.
Look, and now you're not even arguing. You're literally arguing for
I'm literally just restating what he said, and you can't counter.
And you're strawmanning me, and you're nitpicking statements. If you don't
understand, that's not on
You're literally being a rat. What are you doing?
I'm not being a rat at all.
Yes, you are.
You're literally getting slapped. Zap, do you agree to go to conclusions?
Yes, I do.
I don't agree to go to conclusions.
Okay, then move on. Move on, or the judges will agree. Okay, either.
Bro, Gymbal, do you realize that this debate has been going on for hours?
Either move on to your other scaling, prove what he told you to prove.
The person who's quote unquote slapping me is not. He's just nitpicking me and strawmanning fucking.
I'm not at all. You're going on.
Yes, you are. You're nitpicking statements.
Okay, no, we're going to conclusions whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, too bad. You're going on with circular reasoning.
I see we have biased judges, but it's whatever.
How am I biased? How am I biased? Prove I'm biased. Objectively prove it. And you have to show me something that is anecdotal.
Well, first off.
No, prove it. No, prove it. No, I want evidence.
Like I just said. I'm literally giving you evidence right now.
I want scans. I want actual evidence. How am I biased? I want something that isn't anecdotal, because that's all you produce.
Like I was saying.
No, provide the evidence.
You're arguing for him. I'm not
arguing for him. You're going on with this irrelevant point. I'm literally just restating what he said.
Okay, if it's an irrelevant point, then why are we arguing over it? Okay?
Because you don't understand.
Okay, let's just move on then. Okay, you're not the one that's understanding.
Let's go to conclusions.
You're strawmanning and nitpicking faith. Okay.
Let's go to conclusions.
Go to conclusions.
Okay, finally. Okay. Fucking idiot. All right,
Zap. Such a fucking rat. No.
Yeah, I'm such a rat.
You are such a rat.
Yeah, you're such a rat.
Homonym, whatever. Ad hominem, whatever.
I just got slapped by Zap.
Ad hominem. Fair. Zap literally did not talk for
because I literally, you didn't understand anything. All right,
Whatever. No. You're such a fucking moron. Okay?
Yeah. You're a moron. I'm gonna say you could admit ad hominem, but I'm gonna do it too.
To be fair, Quetzal, you articulated it a lot better than Zap did.
Okay, but the point is that hold on. He does not need to understand the opponent. That does not matter. If anything, that would be a disadvantage for Gymbal, because then he would understand what he's saying and he'd go on with irrelevant counters. If I already understand and I'm the judge, that's what matters. So I was just articulating it to Gymbal so they could move on to other points.
If I don't understand it, then what's the point of trying to get a concession before we go to
okay, if you don't understand it, then then I'm gonna explain it to you. I already understand.
Okay, let's just drop this. We can talk about this afterwards, right? Let's just go to conclusions. I have shit to do. My mom literally walked in.
After getting slapped, yeah, okay. Zap, begin.
Whatever.
Well, I've been really countering his points, telling him to prove something to me that he hasn't proved this whole debate. And then I told him that his space wasn't 4D, and he said his space was 4D. He agreed to that. And then he tried to prove that his space was 4D again, but he had already said that the space his whole debate revolved around the space. So that means his point is irrelevant now, and then so therefore he loses.
Okay, is that his conclusion?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll go into mine then. All right. Well, first off, I never said that a space-time continuum like wasn't a fourth dimensional field. Okay, and okay.
You said it wasn't a fourth space.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. You can't argue with me while making a conclusion.
Okay, my bad.
Concluding, right? Yeah, it's all good. Okay. So, what I'm gonna argue from there is that, all right, I'll accept your guys' definition that it wouldn't be, but if he's still destroying a space-time continuum, it would be it would be infinite 3D because he's destroying space an infinite amount of times or he's destroying it for however like long time existed, you know. So infinite 3D, and Naruto would directly scale above that. I'm not saying he's 40 or anything, you know. And because Zap didn't establish any set level of power or speed for Vegeta, then we're just gonna assume that he's literally nothing.
We already established.
Okay, hold on. Like I said, you can't interrupt me while I'm making a.
Okay. Just go on.
Yeah. So, like I provided evidence for, Naruto would scale with Kaguya, who has infinite 3D attack potency. Naruto has light speed feats such as dodging, Madara's fucking light fang, whatever attack. You know, he scales directly off of the right Kage after like blitzing him. You know, so he'd blitz and one-shot Vegito since Zap wasn't able to prove any level of power or speed for Vegeta.
I do. So at the beginning.
Hold on. All right. So I'm just gonna begin this. So Zap, he did not have to prove anything for Vegito at the start, and we have the recording. We already established that. Yeah. You like even explicitly stated. Yeah, we don't need to go over Vegito. It's fine. You stated that. So he like stopped being. You don't need to like use that kind of rat tactic to win with this kind of scaling. Like if anything, you wouldn't need it because you already agreed, right? So I don't get why you're taking back your claim. That'd be backtracking. That'd be a rat tactic. So I wouldn't really count that as a part of your claim. Overall, you didn't really hold on. This is my judgment. Okay. Overall, I don't really just see anything that you did or you were able to counter. Yeah, you got Zap on the ropes. Sometimes he made mistakes. I would if I were you, Zap, I would have argued better with this spatial dimensions, and I would have been more strict with the proof, right? But overall, my verdict is that Zap won just because it went on with circular reasoning, and then he started saying I was arguing for him, even though I was just explaining it to him because I already understood it. So yeah. And also before anything, Exalted, the point was the articulation would not matter. I already understood it, so I was just explaining it to the opponent. If I don't explain it to the opponent, if anything, that would be an advantage for Zap because Gymbal would then go on with ad nauseum and he wouldn't know what his actual point was. So I was just explaining it to him, even though it isn't really benefiting Zap. I already understood what he was saying. It wasn't me articulating. It was just me explaining it to him.
Yes, sure, you did explain it better to Gymbal, but you were also explaining to us, me and Muslim Goku would be helping Zap. You can me and Zap for him, or rather, me and Muslim.
I think he was very clear. I don't really see that. He was very clear with talking about the spatial dimension. Kind of got cut off in Shotgun, but. Oh, what's your verdict?
Personally, I don't think neither one of them won. There's a lot of interference and that sort of thing. They both fucked up for the most part.
Okay.
So
Muslim Goku. No, because I said that you won, so that's into 0. So Muslim Goku has to give his judgment.
Again,
No, let him give his verdict. Muslim Goku, what's your verdict?
I can't decide if Gymbal or Zap won, considering Gymbal did bring up a little bit more points at the same time. Most of the debate was you and Plato arguing most of the time.
Yeah, I was just restating what
Yeah, I know. You're restating what you was saying, which you didn't again articulate better than he would have.
Yeah. The point was I was explaining it to him, so we didn't go on and ad nauseam.
Go on and kind of points.
Yeah. So if it's 2 ties and that's nothing for Gymbal and that's 1 for him, so that's kind of like a. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
And Gymbal, for this debate ends, you said that light speed. Okay, Naruto can be light speed, but did you know that Goku on Snake Man arc about to go train? This is in DBZ when he was going to train for Kaioken. That's Snake Man.
Yeah.
The Snake Man.
Snake Man.
Yeah, I don't know how you call it. I think it's
Snake Man. I mean Snake Way.
Yeah, Snake Way.
No, okay. No, like my whole argument though. Like,
wait, hold on, no, wait. I know what you're.
No, I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about Snake Way and him going across it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know. But the Snake Way at the end of Snake Way is stated that Goku.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like Zap already alright, Gymbal.
Okay.
We already talked about Vegito, right? Before this, we've talked about we've already talked about Buhan and Vegito before this. And at the start of this debate, you explicitly said, "No, we don't need to establish Vegito." And then at the end, in your conclusion, you were like, "Oh yeah, he didn't establish Vegito at all."
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay, but you literally said he doesn't need to. That's a rat tactic.
Okay, no. Hold on.
Dishonesty on your part.
No. If we go back to the recording, you could literally hear you guys were saying, you guys wanted me to go first, and I was like, okay. You guys said that you guys had already brought up Vegito, and I do not remember you bringing up Vegito once.
Oh my god, that was okay. The
even
whole
then,
point
you guys. Okay, no. Hold on. No, let me talk.
No, hold on. No, the whole point of that thing that I said was to show you that we've already talked about Vegito. Me and you.
No,
hold on. No. Me and you have already talked about Vegito like before this debate, right? And I know
that's irrelevant.
Hold on. No. Before anything, I'm just telling you right now. We would have held that same kind of establishment. You already said, yeah, we don't need to establish Vegito. So yeah, I don't get why you brought up that point at the end of your conclusion.
Okay, no. If you go back to the recording,
I don't
No. Let me talk. You just spoke.
You lost. I don't.
Let me go back. Let me go back to you.
I'm not obliged to listen to you anymore. I'm not obliged.
Okay, then stop being a fucking rat.
Okay, I already judged for you. How am I being a rat? Or I judged?
Because we never.
I'm biased. I'm arguing for him. Excuse me.
Okay, hold on. Let me fucking talk. Okay.
No, I'm not obligated to let you talk. You lost.
Let me explain my reasoning. No, okay, because Zap throughout the entire debate did not establish any set level of power or speed for Vegeta.
Yeah, you already said we don't need to establish that.
Go back to the fucking recording and you see how fucking
yeah. We will go back to the recording and
go back to the recording right now. Okay. You guys literally, you guys have literally said that you guys don't need to.
I'm not obligated to even talk to you anymore. You guys
were the ones who were pushing for a conclusion after the fourth dimensional point.
Anymore. You lost, buddy.
You see how stupid you fucking sound?
You lost.
You're pushing for a fourth.
I'm stupid.
Yes, you are. You are.
Hey, you're even worse than that then.
Dude, you're not even understanding, okay? You guys are pushing for a conclusion.
I'm not changing my verdict.
You guys were pushing for a conclusion, so he didn't have it. He wasn't able to say.
We pushed for a conclusion.